Yep. Yep. That, and, and I'm gonna tell you this, man. The world is making it okay to be in your feelings because the world wants you to do, think, feel whatever you want to do, whatever you want to think, whatever you want to feel, go do it. Even if it kills you, even if it gets you hooked on drugs, even if it gets you hooked to the point where you you lustful. You
Yep.
know, your thoughts go different places. Like you're not even focused on any goals or anything like that. And the world is okay with that because off that destruction, they making the money off of it. Off you being in your feelings, the world is continuing to make money off of it.
Yeah.
So if you get mad and do something to somebody, they got a jail where they gonna make money off of. Or you gotta go to court where they gonna make off money off of. You get on child support, they're gonna make money off of. So all the emotional decisions that you make, it's gonna be funds that they continue to make. So why would have you to be a logical thinker if you get in your feelings and I can make more money?
Mm.
The world want people to be in their feelings so they won't think logical because if we all become logical and think about our decision, it'll cut down on crime. It'll cut down on kids not being raised in two-parent household, a loving two-parent household, not just two parents there. If you thinking logical about it, and then people be more on their purpose on what God has put them here for. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna say this, fam. One thing about the animal kingdom, like animals,
Yeah.
they're not emotional.
Mm.
They're not emotional. They are here and doing God's purpose because that's the logical thing to do. Ain't that crazy? That
Yeah.
the logical thing for them to do is to follow the purpose that God has them here for.
Mm.
That's the logical thing for an animal that don't have the brain capacity that we have. That's a logical thing for them to do. But when it comes to us and the advanced brain that we have, the logical thing to do is to make sure we get what we want. We have what we want. We do what we can do whenever we want to do it. That's what logical in our head, but in the animal, it's logical for them to serve their purpose on what God wants them to do. You're not gonna see a lion trying to be a whale. You're not
Come
gonna
on.
see a whale trying to be a lion. Matter of fact, let me say this: you ain't even gonna see a roach trying to be a rat. I'm serious, man. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna see no spider trying to be a fly.
Yeah.
All of them are operating a purpose, and it creates an ecosystem that works together because they're in a purpose. And
Mm.
so when we start to get out of our feelings and focus on the purpose that God has for our life, things will start to in line because you put you in the right position now. You at where you need to be at. I'm not a lion in a safari and I'm over here in the ocean. I'm not a
Yeah.
whale that's supposed to be in the ocean. I'm over here in the safari
Right.
because that's the environment I don't supposed to be in. God placed us in an environment that we need to be in that we can thrive. He don't put us in environments that I'm gonna put you over here where you ain't gonna survive. Let me say this while I'm rolling.
Come on, man.
Listen, when you in the wrong environment, you're not gonna feel good anyway. When you're in the wrong environment, you're not gonna feel good anyway. You can be in that environment and you can be in your feelings like you know you're not supposed to be there. I know I ain't supposed to be doing this. I know I ain't supposed to be doing that. And even when you get put in the right environment, it's different for you because you haven't been there your whole life.
Mm.
That's just like when you have an animal that's been in the zoo, right? They know the zoo. They know that the grass is fake or these trees is fake, and what they feeding us is not the real thing. I know I'm supposed to be doing something else. Then you can take them and put them in their regular environment where they're supposed to be living at. At first, they're gonna be off a little bit
Right.
because I know I'm supposed to be here, but now what I'm supposed to do? I'm used to them feeding me this food, and I'm used to people coming viewing me, but now I'm in here. What I need to do? Oh, there goes somebody that look like me. Let me go over here with them and see if this is what I'm supposed to do. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This feels like the place I need to be, but I don't know what I need to do. But then, you know what? What's so crazy? When they in the right environment they're supposed to be in, something gonna click anyway, because you're supposed to be there.
Come on.
Something gonna click anyway because you're supposed to be there. And so since you're supposed to be there, you're gonna start to adapt and learn what you need to learn so you can thrive in that situation, in that environment. But it's gonna take you getting out your feelings, coming to God, and logically thinking about what you're doing with your life. Logically thinking about what you're doing with your life. Because I can put on a pity party even with God. God, I can say, God, the reason my life like it is because of my wife. That wife you gave me, she been doing this and doing that. God, I ain't even been able to do that because she doing this. You praying to God, man. That prayer ain't doing nothing but hitting the ceiling fan and bouncing off the wall. That's all it's doing.
Yeah.
But when you go to him and you cry out to help me get in a position, to help her get in position, so all of it can line up. Let me ask you something, fam. When you know been in funerals, right? And after the recession, that then they going behind the casket. Do people drive on opposite side of the road? Everybody lined up, right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody lined up. Everybody got they blinkers on, so everybody know that all of them together is going in this direction. You don't have nobody to the left. You don't have nobody to the right. You got everybody lined up together. And so once the lead person get in position and you get behind them, everybody else gonna be lining up. And wherever they go, that's where the whole line. So if he go in the wrong direction, the whole line gonna go in the wrong direction until he circle back and get into the right direction that he needs to go. Then everybody back going in the right direction. And that's how us men as leader of our house, that's how we have to be. They might be following us. You might get off on the wrong exit sometime. They still behind you. But you gotta get back on the right direction, get back on the right path, and they still gonna be behind you. You know? And so, man, my bad, fam. I just, man.
You good, man. Ooh, like you really
my bad, man. I just said my bad, man. I had just went off a little bit, you know, but
say this thing, man. It's two things I want to say something on this, man.
Go ahead.
Good. Now, the first thing when you mentioned about the funeral and stuff, the reason why all the cars fall in line is because they showing respect to the person that God called home. But they have to fall in line behind the funeral directors. And then you have the law in front of the funeral directors, you know, cop guide and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They tell everybody to put on their emergency blinkers so they can show the world. Pay attention to this now. Show the world that, okay, we are coming down, whether it's on West East 70 or West 30, whatever, coming down and show respect. I need the world to pull over. Pay attention. I need to pull over. That's the only time the world will see what unity look like through a tragedy. Let me say that again.
Ooh.
That's the only time the world will see unity when a tragic manifests itself. The unity becomes so strong from driving on the road into going into the church building. Even family, the pallbearers, and they still gotta line up. And the world gotta take their position. That's friends and family. They gotta take their position on their side and say, you know what, let them come in down the center aisle. What I'm saying is, brother, it's order.
Yep.
If there's no order, if there's no structure, due to you and feelings, you really just let Satan in inside of you so he can have his way with you. If you don't have no order, no structure, especially God is not leading you, you letting Satan have his way with you unknowingly.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing I want to say, man, you talk about the animals. I think about the James family, LeBron James family. You already know, everybody talking about Bronny. Bronny ain't concerned about people's feelings. Bronny still have that Laker jersey on, and he's getting better and better and putting points on the board. Fellas, and to the males or to the women. Now, let me talk about the males. Why are y'all mad at Bronny and his daddy put the, put that training in him? Why are y'all mad? Why are y'all having feelings now? We're talking about feelings. Why are y'all having opinions and being emotional because you're looking at your son and your son or your daughter is not operating their purpose, but yet it's still you looking at Bronny purpose and want to throw shade on him because LeBron did his purpose and pulled his purpose to his son's purpose. You ain't catch that, man.
Boy, come on now.
You ain't catch that. And not only that, he got a part 2, Bryce. So you gonna talk about Bryce, but you know what? It ain't gonna affect Bryce because you know what? Bronny already put Bryce on game. So everything is aligning up. Everything. So I laugh when I look at social media, and Bronny is the main topic. Each game that he played, whether it's the summer league, or whatever he's doing, his points going to increase. His assists going to increase. His steal is going to increase because when that camera off, it's Bronny and LeBron playing. LeBron still training him. LeBron still molding him. LeBron still putting that purpose in him. No matter what the naysayers say.
Wait.
Wheels. Some of these guys don't know their purpose. That's the issue. They lost they lost their identity, and what they doing, they in their feelings, and you talking about a young guy that's living his purpose on media, on the camera, but you know what? He's so focused. He's so focused putting points on the board while y'all so focused in his business. He putting points. And you know what? He looking at y'all opinions, but his contract saying something different. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all opinions, but his contract is saying something different.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, LeBron something, he said, you know what? Bronny could care less of what the world feel about him.
Mm-hmm.
So how did Bronny get that way? His daddy molded him. Daddy taught him. They trying to find any and every flaw on the James family. But if we look at your family, how y'all doing? I'm gonna stop. But LeBron is showing the fruits of his labors through his son.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the funny thing about it? This is what's gonna hurt the most. It's our own kind.
Yep.
It's our own kind. If y'all pay attention to LeBron, he's teaching y'all how to be in y'all kids' life, what to do for your kids, how to show them, how to guide them. LeBron got a school called I Promise School. He's teaching y'all what to do, but y'all so caught up in this man on the court and talking about nepotism. Come on, let's be real. If you had the game like that, would you not want your kids to succeed either?
Yep. Listen, if they had the position at the job to hire their child, they gonna do that. Come on now.
Come on, Stan.
You gonna do that. if you're gonna pass something down to your kids, man, you gonna make sure even when you leave here, insurance policy, whatever you got, you're gonna make sure that your kids good. So if I'm in a position to help my children out, I'm gonna do it.
I just had when you said the animal trial, I said, man, it just stunned to me, Bronny. Bronny is a young cat and making some things happen while people still complain.
Mm-hmm.
Which you just stated earlier, people don't want to see a next person grow or doing something positive in the community because they in their feelings, and the actuality is that they talking about Bronny because they want to be there. They want their son to be there. Basically, just say it. I want my son to be there.
Yep.
Kind of cause chaos on this man trying to make something better. You don't hear Bronny smoking weed. You don't hear Bronny shoot nobody. You know, just playing the game. And y'all mad because he got a ball in his hand and he's shooting. That's what y'all mad about. That's what y'all feelings about. But if he doing something, you know, if somebody else doing something crazy, you hooraying about it. But a successful black young man doing something positive and y'all mad about it. Now, if you want to talk about feelings, that's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is, stop putting the blame or misplaced anger on a successful man and look at yourself in the mirror and blame yourself. And when you blame yourself, also make correction within yourself by just talking to God.
Yep.
Stop blaming other people.
Yep.
It's not Bronny's fault that he became a successful man.
Mm-hmm.
He got a successful support system.
Yep.
Don't get mad at him. Look at yourself. For anything, y'all should be inspired by this cat.
Exactly. Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
But fam, that's good, man. That listen, getting out the feelings and looking in the mirror. That's what you need to do. Get out your feelings and look at the mirror because you mad because you can't put your child in that position. You know, a lot of people listen. Somebody get mad. You know, and like I'm gonna say this, y'all. If you in your feelings, that same energy and that same time that you'll use gossiping about somebody, talking about somebody behind their back, all that energy that you wasting on doing that, you could be building and working on yourself. You could be building and working on yourself. You know, young man, young lady out there that okay, I understand that you might not grow up with your mother or your father, and you might have your mother or father. Y'all just didn't have the funds or y'all didn't have the situation that you wanted when you growing up. You can't hold that against your parents once you get older. It's gonna be time that you need to make a decision that say, you know what, even though I growed up this way, I'm not gonna stay that way. I'm not gonna stay that way. I'm gonna get out my feelings and I'm gonna make some decisions that my kids ain't gonna have to go through this. My kids ain't gonna feel the way that I felt in those type of situations. So let me do what I need to do instead of getting mad and going right back through the cycle because you'll look up, you be mad at somebody. I'm gonna say this. You be mad at somebody, guess what? They sleeping at night, slobbing on the pillow. You mad, right? You mad. They going on about their life. They taking trips. They happy. They working out. They losing weight. They looking good. You over there sad, upset, in your feelings, instead of wasting your life thinking about what they said to you and how it made you feel. And you wasting time. You wasting time. And let me say this. I can say that because I was that person. I was that person that was blaming everybody because of where I stayed at. I was that person because I ain't had no money. I was that person that had to call somebody because I mismanaged my money. I went and bought some Jordans instead of paying my bills. Now I need to borrow some money from somebody. I was that person because I wanted to feel important. I got these Jordans on, make me feel important. I got this big bottle that made me feel important. So we want to feel important instead of being something important to the people we need to be important instead of trying to show out for the world. Feel important to your family. Feel important to your children, to your kids, to your mother, to your father. And more importantly, get a relationship with God. That should be the goal, you know. And I know a lot of people be like, "No, man." And some people say, "Well, man, I don't believe in God and I don't do this." I understand that. I understand some people say they might not believe in God, but sometimes they come from church hurt and they come from somebody misrepresenting God that said or did something to you that they shouldn't have. That ain't got nothing to do with God, though.
Come on.
They ain't got nothing to do with God. He didn't do that to you. That person used him in vain to do whatever they did to you, to act however they act towards you. That ain't got nothing to do with him. You blaming a flesh on something that the spirit didn't do.
Mm. Mm.
You blaming flesh on something that the spirit didn't do, and you don't want to let that go. You want to hold that against God, and you want to say, I don't believe in him. I don't believe in none of that mojo. Jesus walked on water, he turned water into wine. I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe in none of that based off what somebody else did to you and not God.
You know, now that you mentioned that, man, about the church hurt, man, dude, we can go all day with this, man. I don't want to be respectful of your time.
No, go ahead and get into it real quick, man.
So, when people state about church hurt, what bothers me the most, I'm gonna say it is. I'm feeling some type of way since we're talking about it.
Go ahead.
That people will stop. You said about before. People will stop coming to church based on how pastor living or whatever in church or stuff like that. But you can go to a gas station. Watch this, man.
Go for it.
Get a bottle of water. If that bottle of water don't taste good, you ain't gonna stop going to that same gas station. You just gonna get another bottle of water.
I'm about to turn this off. I'm about to turn this off. If McDonald's burger is still bad, you ain't gonna stop going to McDonald's. If the weed man sold you some bad weed, you gonna stop going to the weed man, or you ain't gonna stop smoking weed. You gonna go try some more weed. Come on, man.
Come on. Come
Shoot.
on.
Man, come on, man. Man, look. Let me do this, man. So all right, so y'all, let me go ahead and get in and close, man. In my closing now. But okay, fam. So I want to say this, man, just on a lighter note. Why you got on that Raiders shirt, man?
I'm gonna represent this team, bro. Know that.
See, I'm gonna tell you, man, and I don't know if you remember this. Okay. So remember we used to play Madden, right? Okay, we used to play Madden.
Yeah.
And you know, you used to lose all the time. Now let me but look, so let me I'm just messing with you. But look, okay, so the season coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all done got rid of y'all top quarterback, y'all ain't got rid of y'all top receiver, top running back. What y'all gonna do over there, fam?
Man, I still believe in my team. We have to get some new people in, man. We got the Raiders ain't gonna stop being Raiders.
I got you. But man, I'm gonna say this, man, because I ask everybody this that come on the show, man. For that young man that's listening, young lady that's listening, or anybody that's listening, man, what's a piece of advice that you can give them right now they can take and apply it to their life, man, and help them out right now?
My piece of advice that I can give whoever's listening online right now. Never, well, let me just say, have self-control of your feelings, because Judas portrayed Jesus for some silver.
Mm.
Jesus kissed Judas, and Jesus already knew that Judas was going to betray him, but that still did not negate Jesus for being Jesus.
Mm.
Don't let, and I'm going to say this to make it really hit home. Don't let people or things make you become out of your character or what you are destined to be, that God destined you to be. Don't lose your purpose or your identity due to people or things that you will lose sight of who you are. It's 6 inches from the heart and the mind. Don't let the 6 inches of the heart take control of the mind. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's good. That's good, man. So listen on that, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and joining us on the day. Also, listen, if y'all want to get at us, my fam got a podcast, Growing Spiritually Devotion.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Yeah. Growing Spiritual Devotion. I'll be checking you out, man. It's dope. So, man, y'all holler at him. It's on the City of Refuge page. And y'all want to follow him, go follow him. Courtney K. Miller Sr. Courtney K. Miller Sr., man. Holler at him. He got some great content over there. Also, man, inspirational posts every day, man. I know he get tired of me liking this stuff, but man, I'm telling you, inspirational every day. So go over there and holler at him. Get that devotion every day. He be in and out. It ain't gonna be long like this. He give you a solid 10 to 15 minutes. He out of that thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all go over there and holler at him. Socially, y'all want to holler at me. Stan the Man. Facebook, Instagram. Also, the Real Man Talk podcast page, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. So, hey, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, fam. Man, I listen.